Yesha say na me yen clarify we kran say ya to aso. Is it true say buying through the economic management team consider and I say take a decision to introduce new taxes?
Buying through the economic management team and the cabinet, I consider the economics more your friend or revenue measures. Three money better say acquire a faso ma sike was a beka buying sano. Yensa ebeka nidia ye ejumano. Na ya wada finance minister ebeto de ayaji atumno obeto ni din e parliament em say anopa beye no ndu ho baby no e na ebe se adwuma no na menim se ansana obeba no nkomo no efiase ebi mu kire o madwen ebi mu se o mate se ye de VAT ebeko 21%, ebi mu se o mate se tax we beba akoye se sekan ni fanu no ni fabi no eye se ye nyina ye discuss kwan a ebe fa so make sure se sika wo se beka bansa na ede ye adwuma no yensa beka nti hono me hu se e positive ni fabi mu so na bi mu so ayiro mo ho e speculation etutu bitum ebi mu krampo de bi bonkofo hu ni ade but senya de a sebe ye free o mem say Kristo amba na ya wada to ya opani no odini na ba beto edwanya de a me ba be yi mframa finish
into unconfirm or deny say new taxes beba.
They are meant to me a catch on a number of revenue measures. Say tax here one afenu. You what nipa no or na utia dadano. Umano itia kakraka. If you are nipa na or na utia dadan. Uko pet nipa fufra wonu untia ne de ebe count. And your friend of broadening the tax base.
Yes.
Meaning say ni na da konso ampenin for ebobo ho ya wada de eni akire ntimese so bia anka na ko entuniam
na ye ntwen ya wada
of course opening be kire they finally ministry ni EMT ni cabinet ni abani na no ya jiatum
because one thing about up and they say okay before such decisions are taken mostly in comms no you will be a friend of testing the waters until obeshada planted stories be just to test public reaction and say public reaction you negative then you withdraw and ye bibi sana muye in this case
aban dumeku a ode any Ghana for edinkita on Ministry of Information.
Yes,
so far
Munye official statement.
When your official statement, po yenkita honi ade aye nyina crampo no. Yen court towards that side. Suffice to say said there ni kan say obi a ka revenue measures ho asem na Ghana for crash margin say aha de enkenye bad. Bia fan say asem kan me nka say honi si. Okay. Property rates are was say ye gite no sit me me ni ehwe na obi atua ne de na emu ha de nya de aye ready say ebetua bi aka ho na bibi. So far that's a conversation that has gone on. So be speculating the woman no nyim so be kai aye 2018 budget.
Yes.
In your minority for your press conference cra now say or more revenue measures so munim say ebeba budget ni mo eno so be gu mu nyina na afi ye frɛ Kojo Oppong-Nkrumah no kra na no kra na mka chobia so bi ensi abotre
eno na ye te say mobile money tax bi ne sa de money nyina ba no
na meka say meka chro bia so bi ensi abotre sebe Kristo amba na ya wada to ye opani no obeto no nim to no akere dia ya agree on nti eni se obi abo ho ana so obi ayam hihye no kra
it is so what kind revenue measures yen deconstruct revenue measures ne dia de
okay enti ba me fa nkwachire kakra say Ghana ye na say ye tumpo a bia yankasa yen se na humpunto a aba yaman yosemnimu first no na say finance minister okay article 179 so 179 chef finance minister say afi bia onfa adwuma aban ne pese oye dia Ghana ban sika ne de beye no ye frɛ no economic policy any budget a eda ho no onkruche no fem beda parliament na parliament man who to me say o say okoye ho adwuma to me a parliament man na emra e friend appropriations act na pass am no na first no na say finance minister beji sa to me na tribia won shada kra hu ni bio just afi fofra so in fact be kai kra first na euro akwesi botwi no ba tv so na be bia be 31st December no be kan budget no kan petrol ni ade nyina but never bia ya ba be do no na say ekoba ne say aban akọ ehie mu ana say aban akọ ahie mu ehia say obe spend sika more than their yedikan shaman na team you so spending more than their yedikan atraman na not the friend supplementary budget
back to parliament.
Yes. Into a fear only here so best spending more on November.
Okay.
Now, in same time, about 2016, near passing maybe a friend of Public Financial Management Act. We have section 28 now. And the chef finance minister and Kete will say, yeah, you claim my feeling query. Now, I be catch and say, yeah, meet a target and our deficit now cost. And I say, yeah, you claim and you're not uncoffee one sana. You be who say cow jawich. And it is say, I fear biano. I feel no chim before 31st July now. I was a finance minister ba. Na obetchrim baby o man yesi kasema babedu. And no. Any Juma finance minister rack and for or babidi. Now, I also say, who could hear say or the supplementary back on the account. Oh, that kind of section 28 of Public Financial Management Act. So, just a few minutes. I didn't hear any issue. The minister shall not later than the 31st of July of each financial year prepare and submit to Parliament a mid-year fiscal policy review. 2. The mid-year fiscal policy review shall include the following: a brief overview of recent macroeconomic activities. An update of macroeconomic forecasts, an analysis of the total revenue, total revenue, expenditure and financing, any friend of fiscal, for the year, and 6 months now, and then a presentation of a revised budget outlook for the unexpired term of the financial year. Then I'll say, where necessary, plans for submitting a proposed supplementary budget for approval by Parliament. Into the kind of okay. No penny no bar. Or betray, I feel we see. Once I feel we hear a budget and yes, say a Juma Ghana a buy per se in Nara. A bet costing about 62 billion. You teach my 4 a Juma ministries, departments and agencies bay and send them to Juma, 3 parts of the budget, no. Item 1, item 2, item 3. Okanina boom any car you teach any idea 62 billion.
Okay.
Name Sika buying soon say was say a few munina yenya a 52 billion.
Into
gap be wa ebe 10 billion.
Okay.
So 10 billion we compare your GDP ye binyana ebe 4.5% of GDP. And only a friend of your deficit na deficit can was na as a ship ayeko ade so ship ni mu se ship ni dina anko no and only fiscal deficit is a deficit ne balloon just say o bo e kan akese e de kan. So senior na say me no we di nkomo ya chechim na your deficit no eso tia net okay say na number 9.3 abedu mze ba be 6 point something the previous year this year the ba be 4.5. Now baby aya bedui sa media yi finance minister be kire yen say nti sese cry ka say your deficit na kosi sen ye revenue anasika ye gie dia ye adwuma na kosi sen ye expenditure adwuma ban be ye hu kan na ade nyina no akwa kosi sen na se ehu be hia say to say afia die nim afia to aso ye be pagya esi kase mu a kwan be na nim ye be faso atu ho na mo e den revenue measures e kwan a aban faso digiska ena ye be use no ye de emiti sai na ye ka revenue measures a interest say tax nko enkosro or different categories of revenue measures e be the friend tax compliance say emrane da ho dada no ye be hwe say obia be di so. You know, in fact, tax reform by but a revenue measure. What I say?
So, was it yes. Okay.
I fear we say, yeah, the revenue measure be by say first, there will be a friend of exemptions. Until it be a ukra be about to make a or media needs a material duty because of a Mrabia exemption. I say, yeah, the revenue measure be by say, Tia. Now we are a joy refund. You could see say revenue measure and not just a tax of rubber.
Okay.
You come high when review what is a property rates. I was say it Bible say the brain and I say me to and crab assessment no crown to the beer. Oh, and I say that then case we 120 cedis per year now. So you can introduce revenue measures for compliance. Ubet me introduce revenue measures are a BA tax base no more. No crowd ubet me introduce a biswa a rate particular one be a no. Okay,
not just a tax that than a pay rate name.
In fact, 2017, yet be so about 12 tax handles.
Yes.
So I know actually no crampon you more revenue than previous year now sa taxes no e wo ho. Nti sa na ma we nyina no penny no ba be dan edi a kire yen ya wada. Na wa kire yen de aka wo enim e wo se ye. I feel we any fear
aka no. Interesting, but maybe say you fan one by one. Now and based on the kind from the Public Financial Management Act, no, not just say Nneoma bi why I'm running shane say oba parliament also may nyina ye hu. In my share the macroeconomic target amo set ma 2018. Overall GDP growth mo say mo project say 2018 no mo benya 6.8%.
Correct.
Non-oil GDP growth rate mo project say mo benya 5.4%. End year inflation rate mo project say mo benya 8.0%. Average inflation rate mo projected 9.8%.
Okay.
Overall fiscal deficit mo projected 4.5%.
Okay.
And a primary surplus of GDP so 1.6%. For all these indicators, now how well are we doing now? See as we speak at saying
data ni bi wa bontin de dante means rose meka. Okay. We Bank of Ghana for summary of economic and financial data na o ma publish bi crampo de. Now, I'm saying, you know, NDC for a press conference, big crampo, and you see, they be a mecas, you know, NDC for Sebano or Manisi Casama or Mokasa. The first thing also, when they say check data, it could see saying because I told you, data no Hasema or Mokano, and name or narrative or Mocheno, a Bebra. I feel we see, I'm say up till May, now, industry in Kwan grew by 9.6%, and you data were about that services sector. Say now no grew by 5.2%. Agric ne grew by 2.8%. Indeed, it's also quarter one and now your GDP ne grew by 6.8% for quarter one.
Okay.
Last year by this time now your GDP now omani mo jumeni nara nimpuntu no. Then number 6.6. Inti sa wohwe no this year they compare last year they ho. Bon say yakwa nim bebe 200 basis points. Me hu say any anom NDC for press conference omo no ma sheda akofa quarter 4. Quarter 4 last year. E dey abe compare quarter 1 this year. Maybe 2 Ghana Statistical Service for data no e buy. Was about 2017, back 2018. Yes. I mean kind 2017 chow. 2017 first quarter omo issue no June 28th. Omo say real gross we're 2017. I'm saying real gross domestic product for the first quarter of 2017 grew by 6.6. What they compare 2018 there now, see real gross domestic product for the first quarter of 2018 grew by 6.8. So what they compare overall GDP growth rate of 6.8 now. The question is, are we on target?
Yes.
Where data and what that until I can speak to it. We are. Non-oil GDP, bear 5.4. And you say again, Oko Ghana Statistical Service for data anymore. We are on target. End period inflation, and the end of the year, when you be 8.9%. But a few you say average, you can be
8.0.
No. The average inflation for the year 9.8.
Yeah.
And say senior inflation, say Kobe 9, not Pejani Muka Kobe 9. Economics for Nebeka say. So we do single digit band anymore. You cut down with speed be great. It's a first no. But we Juma your Bank of Ghana for near DD and say you be na fear to me a settle was 8 plus or minus 2 na DBA yekano. Fiscal deficit 4.5% by the end of the year. Okani na boom. Say in fact Okani on press conference no Krampa they can see say number 2.4, which for us tells us say you be to me every year disappoint. But you know Obi, I figures we mu nyina ye keka. Eyun won nipa bebre tribune o masum ne ade omo bi so omo se enti mede na matin ka wo what does it mean for my pocket, what does it mean for my life na no ne major programs aban edi ho adwuma ebe make sure say nka me no nyina no ye benya ho faso ekuafo ye omo ho adwuma nti se wo hwe big data na bon se kuayo akonanim enwie pay enu baby pese du but so we data na call nim sin senior first na etino but ye wo name we say ye bu akuafo in the medium term in fidi juma say e wo say etum di sika kakra wuram ka ho the friend stimulus package na wo say e di bi ka ho empuntu juma enso start to toy am say ni na ye hu ya kwan bebreba atosin ya wa dey say minim say minister be ka ho asem but apart from a kwan crack no major infrastructure works e wo say ye ewo omemu ha say and it may be a dear Juma, Brem Rantin, Mebum, be a NAPCO, be a National Entrepreneurial Program, a famous $1 million per constituency. Sani ama winning and who be here say, ye koye nimono, ye be pe a husika, edia towa, a beson. A
hono na Kojo, the problem, no, because a beer says, I wish government revenues winning, say, a buying tria salaries, we, or tria statutory. You know, commitment in area. There is nothing left in the Osha Capex. virtually nothing left to do infrastructural project at Ghana for person no
to one side you're finding down to
yes
now if you go and send him funny the friend wish list the Ghana for your him say ya buy between ya my say per se fan for police per se fan for soldier per se to academy mom per se ya kwan ye nsu hospitals a akeka into me we see to me wie ya dem pagum e fa doctor for teacher for ni anka ho eno na wish list say wo hwe na ye sika yikura any your wish list na enso eno nkyere say bia aban sika asa ana aban aboka na bibio because indeed so wo hwe revenue na yenya revenue more than say first no dia na yenya me pe figures bi wa say na mabobo so akere 2017 po ye tete taxes no so ewie ye no yenya revenues more than dia na first na yenya no enti yakoye nim bakwa yakoye nim no enwie pe ye enwie ye akanya ma bebre wa nim e wo say eno nti na hu hia say ye bebisa ye ho say kwan ben ne be fa so na yensa ka sika no ebi ne dia ye wo kwan mi no kwan ba ko ne say be kwa go bosia be ka ho but bosia mi no nyina ye di hu komo say sebe bosia dodo no eno de ye di agora eka pudo be min enti ye bosia na wo say tete so eno na afia twam ye tumi atete deficit no so ama na bedu ba bi we debt to GDP ratio ye tumi atete so mana bedu enti sebe mpunto na ye hwe no enye bosia bonko an ye de be ko ani indeed bosia be ba ta say bosia no esote good the nature said the only option aka any say sebe ye be share sapo nsu kakra na ya pe yankasa yen ho baby scan hye ne ye na me ba o metro baby scan wo kakra 2017 so the September am fato ho now the 2016 am fato ho bon say 2016 by September no na sika yetumi anaban etumi reason na be 24 billion and na include
2016 September
as at September January to September
24 billion Ghana cedis
yes
okay
14.6% of GDP and na include sa taxes ni na ye say nuisance taxes no that the enti an ye ka say nuisance taxes there sa tax kro no sabi emphasica kesi bia ma but wada no ama eye adwuma no bebre dwane po say ne na tax we da so de ne ma menyai nti sa taxes be 12 or so na ye titi na ni na ka oni nya 24 ye titi so wie ye no ye titi sa taxes no ye nya 31 billion no sorry budget na 31 but by then ye hit 28 now Uba say obi be ka say na buying meeting the revenue target and okay because between 28 and 31 only meet here but 28 no eso say 24 no what am I saying
yes
me who say yemi press conference and no me say Uba is not meeting the revenue targets na taxes na ye fi on anything na ye meeting no it's not true cause we had data ni more even when we remove those taxes yenya more revenue
more than 2016
yes
even though so again more intimi a hit more target
yankasa ye target a ye set ye intimi a hit okay but in spite of that kakra ni enya ye de adwuma ma growth na impunto no e could do 8.5 a try crack could do 8.5 but
on the revenue side no very impressive by expenditure
the same thing in fact expenditure no so we call again January to September sabria so for 2016 by that time no abaya I was so that time election year but no ma spend 18 billion. Na emu 18 na busia bebre no na na dey deficit na kodu 9.3. Ye ka say by that time September na spend 23 billion. Na ye pese spend 23 billion. 23 billion no ye ntumi spend because na revenues na nso ye. Na ye pese ye be bob besia ma deficit na tra. But by that time we spend 22 billion. Which was still better than 18. It is a case you meet your revenue target and okay yanka say target na you meet but nka ye de toto ba ko no ho dia ene nka trudo ye kwa enim but point na me making ni enti e wo say ye hu kwan a ye betumi afa so mobilize sika no na ye dia ye adwuma no na ene Ghana ha say ye wade bi a ye de hwe say in fact ne Ghana ha say wiase afa na nyina ba no
say on asempa
ye wade bi a ye de hwe say so o ma ye adwuma na adwuma e koso o mamu nyina na ye nsa e ka e ho sika na if I know tax to GDP ratio.
Yes.
Into the GDP ni now to one side, now the tax now to another side. Mpenin for OECD ni ade ma so te say, nka sa bre Ghana baby e wode. Nka tax to GDP ratio they was say na be 25%. Let's say juma ye wo mamu hanyina no ka be 25% of your GDP. Last year name say GDP na be 168 billion in terms of cedis. this year be konanim kakra ene be ma ye bet to GDP na ba form but nka mu be 25% they say nka aban ensaka
etimi enya
but ene ye here tax to GDP ratio is 16%.
16
as against 25. Just say be 9 to 10% of GDP. Kofo bi ye adwuma o memu ase be 9 to 10%. Ye nsan kon musika.
And when you income tax,
we tax
generally,
both
direct and indirect,
plus customs.
Okay.
Ukani na boma.
Okay.
Economic activity are ebemu no about 25%. Now the question is in this kind of way. Tie no na fi wo hia revenue measures be yem pensim mo bisa say inte kwa be na metumi afa so na me close sa tax to GDP gap no. Say even we to me the call him could do 20 per 4% abeka 4% of GDP. Say GDP no dey finance say GDP ne be 200 billion per 4% of 200 billion. And you be 8 billion.
Because say ba indirect tax there. Indirect lobby etua. Probably the challenge no will be with direct tax. In this case, no, because me share data na, Kojo say me share data no of tax compliance. Yeah, compliance as a media. I think you putting in perspective a bit to me. And I've been hammering on this point over and over. Say OSHA taxable population that's at 2017 now is 6 million. Out of the 29 million Ghanaians, or more taxable population, meaning say, or more, you can say, a was say, umutia tax, Emma, 6 million. But out of this 6 million, 1.2 million penny, the tax paying population, in the 4.8 million into tax. Even out of 1.2 million in Triano, 1 million in formal sector, 200,000 in informal sector. Indeed, there is a huge, 4.8 million people, and this near direct tax, that's income tax, and the account, and now omu entria. Into again, say government revenues are what where they can say loans, ne grants, ne and the other side, and so a taxation, taxes are amount for bit me triama buying. It a crime and a faso. To make sure say sa problem when you be dealing with.
And no finance minister beto edin yawada no. Yawada ya. But any direct tax on kwa. So what kind direct tax you be 5 levels.
Okay.
Pay as you earn, self-employed for company for income tax, mineral royalties, national fiscal stabilization. Ni na ya direct tax.
Okay.
And so about indirect. Me to me catch on say indirect no crampo no.
Problem
wo. No cre emu page fi last year there no so in fact only GR reform kasa on be catch us in the last 5-10 years one of the most significant rises last year.
Yes,
but in we pay was say to me close is a gap no na the same person now utia be we say be no no na yes akwa mano etua ebioma kan wana says obitua bi aka okrampa ankobo ne kom na other people into you can revenue measures I mean person masem but you can revenue measures a combination of sa niam we na I didn't say Ghana for actually in the last by 1.5 to 2 weeks about all of this. Me did say asempa. The station needing no asempa because as ye kasa ne ade no aba we nya ye nti obi aban ni bi as ye kasa me asempa FM etie na so pem na ni na eka final decisions are you taking who are the finance minister
or the okay nti ye can revenue measures no one key thing and I think I will say you sign AC Subio the ordinary man on the street never can say aban buy and the first budget and okay say nuisance taxes be obey in your truly no 5% VAT on real estates aban yi free and we abolition 17.5% VAT on selected imported medicines not produced locally. 17.5% on domestic airline ticket. Levies imposed on Kaya by local authorities. Import duty on specified vehicle spare parts. 17.5 VAT and NHIL on financial services. Excise duty on petroleum and a 1% special import levy imposed on imported raw materials and machinery, and also buying a free. Apart from we know there were some other taxes and the oteso said they would kind and from the data in front of me, let me see if I can to be okay. tax reliefs in the special petroleum tax reduced from 17.5% to 15%. And this is the first budget. National electrification and public lighting reduced from 5% to 2% and a 5% to 3% respectively. And Sana gains from realization of securities listed on the Ghana Stock Exchange tax exempted for a period of 5 years, and also replacement of 17.5% standard rate with 3% flat VAT NHIL rate for supplies by retailers and wholesalers. Into
calibration of
measures are by now or dated taxes, so be a free home.
And I'm saying prove what you say and revenues cost.
Revenues
but a Jumano, I can't kiss your way anymore. And I'm able boss watch away. Say a major investment in some areas.
Yes.
We are mema drink when yet a buying calculation per se, but mema drink a buying there over 3 years. Because last year it's an election year. We had the crowd, we were cast a year better Bantina way. What I say, and to say fun say over 3 years and Casabri, you do by 1.5 years. That's a midpoint. Right?
Yes.
So see, we're cleaning up enough. A cow be 2 years, Mudia, we tear Yankunta Assembly, Bianenku, ya would ya to 2 years, near man, I cancel away to me, I restore. Some of the major promises are way to me. I feel the Aka will name the next 1.5 years. Now, I feel also beam. But ye beam no, Busian di beamana. And I say, was says I bear 9% of GDP now in Sankano. I will see to me near Pequan Bia in Sabeka.
And some 9% of GDP, no, a 20 the idea what that amount for any day entry.
A combination of direct, indirect, and customs. Into now, who here revenue measures. I bet to me also a gap kakra into
what says
kakra inclusive and in common fiasi media me who I am there me fe. Send ya Ghana for trauma dream. Say we dear, you need me who you pay all the bar, you bet theatre. But I had the woman when you call her in you bet. I had the woman you call her your interest. I had the memo so cry. In fact, expenditure side, chawimu. Brilliant ideas. But Nina, say no, I can say, ye citizens. Nini Nankem Fuano. Ya wanda.